Trying to figure out where everybody else is, though. Too late? The game was too late last night? First off, I want to thank everybody who came out to St. Louis, all the Panther fans. We do appreciate it. There was a good section of purple. A couple times there was a pretty good roar. I want to thank everybody that came out to our socials and our sponsors there, because it's a great event. I know what everybody wants to hear. They want to hear about next year and all this recruiting class we got coming in and the guys we still have in the room, but I'm not ready to talk about that. Because it's too fresh. Just talking with Jake back there, and you know what, those guys, they did have an incredible season, man. What a season for them, for the university, and how they run a program and how he runs a program and his guys. I tell you what, how they represent the program is incredible. And I'm proud of those guys, but it always ends too soon, though. It doesn't matter how far you make it. It always ends too soon, and it always hurts. And I was watching that game last night, and you see Tuttle come off, and he's crying, and I'm thinking, man, there's 320 of those at the national tournament in wrestling. I mean, you're there, and you're consoling your guys. You got guys, and you're underneath the bowels of that arena, and you just hear guys howling and crying. And I tell you what, it's a tough tournament. Wow, it's an emotional roller coaster. It's a tough thing to sometimes deal with. But as a coach, you got to get over it. You got to move forward. But you hold on to it, though. You hold on to it, and it's going to make you better for the future. And I'm proud as hell of my whole team and my 4 guys that went to the national tournament. Even though they didn't get what they wanted, it will make them better in the future. We say goodbye to one senior, Basil, and he will be back next year. He's still got a semester left of school, and he'll still be around our program helping. Kind of as far as the tournament goes, Dylan Peters gave up back points both matches. That's tough to win. It's tough to win matches when you give up back points both matches. The first match, though, he put himself back in the match. He dug the hole back, and you're never going to point the finger at officiating. I mean, because you know what, you have to keep it in your own hands. I think that he did enough to earn himself to put himself back in that match. Call here, call there, doesn't really matter, because the score ends up what it ends up. But I liked how he battled back. I liked how he put himself in that match to chance to win and have the guy completely exhausted. And I tell you what, I want to see more of that out of our guys. I want to see when you just totally snap a guy in his head's on the mat and he can't hardly lift it up. That's what I want to see more of. And Peters he's capable of doing that to the best guys in the country. But to do that this spring and summer and fall, he's going to have to do some things that he probably hasn't done before. And we're going to make him do those things, because pain's an incredible motivator. Pain is something that will change you and will make you do some things that you haven't done before. And that's what he's going to have to do, because being an All-American as a freshman, not being an All-American the next year, that's very painful. He's hurting right now. He's hurting, but the thing is when that happens, your ears get open real quick, and your eyes get open real quick to, okay, what do I need to do so this doesn't happen again? So we'll get him better for next year, and I can't think of a better guy to lead off our team. He's still only going to be a junior, but we want to get him ready for New York City in 2016. Cooper Moore, 2 great first matches, 2 pins. It was great to see him come out and fire and attack, and that's kind of what the next 2 matches, kind of the difference was, firing and attacking. Firing and attacking, and that's really going to be the model for him and our team moving forward, is to take risk and to be exciting wrestlers, and to not be the 2-1, look around, stand at each other, that kind of wrestling, but the wrestling where we go out, and if we go down, we're going to go down blazing, and Cooper can open himself up a little bit more. It was painful to lose in overtime to be an All-American. When you're seconds, really you're seconds away. In any position, he's seconds away from being on top of that stand, or not on top of the stand, but maybe on top of the stand, but being on the stand. And it's not all about being on the stand, but I tell you what, that's always a step, though. It's always a step in where you want to go and what you want to do, and getting on that stand, getting that top 8. So, him being seconds away is another thing that I keep bringing up painful, because I don't know other word to say other than that, because that's what it is. As a coach, when you know what these guys invest and what they give up to put themselves in that situation, but I can guarantee he will be better next year. He dealt with some injuries all year, and I'm proud of how he dealt with things, because he never tried to get out of anything. And he wasn't healthy. He really wasn't healthy all year. After our second meet, he had tore his elbow some. It doesn't look like he'll need surgery. He's just going to need some time to let that thing heal. So that's a good thing. And then our Blaize had a great season, and I tell you what, he's grown. From last year to this year, he grew again. Now you know what, he's going to have to do that again. He's going to have to make that leap to be a senior, being a senior and be at his best, and get up high up on that stand next year. And he's capable of doing it. But I'm going to go back to what I've said with both those guys: being aggressive, attacking, looking to score more points, going underneath guys a little bit more, and that's kind of been his trademark. And the thing that set him apart as a heavyweight that doesn't wrestle like a heavyweight has been to attack and to score points and really try to put things up. And we got to be able to do that against the best guys. I think he lost to two guys, the second and third seed. So he lost to two of the best guys. And he beat a guy that placed at the tournament. So we know where he's at. We know he's right there. But it doesn't help right now. It doesn't help right now to say, oh, he's right there, because what it is, it's going to be a long spring and summer and fall, but in a good way to get better and to make this team so it jumps a level. Kind of like, I tell you what, I'll use a basketball team. Last year they don't make the tournament. This year they're in the thick of everything, and as good a team as anybody in the country. And that's that's something I think our whole university can use, and it's something I know I'm going to use with my team. I know where we're at this year, where we finished, but that has no bearing on where we're going to finish next year and what we're going to do as a team. We do have a lot of guys back. We have 2 seniors on our team, so the bulk of our lineup is back. We got some young guys coming in, and the great thing is we had about 25, 30 guys down at the national tournament. Almost our whole team was down there watching because they plan on being there, and they're supporting their team, and it is a family. And we had 5 of our recruits were down there, and I told those guys, I said, I'm pretty sure that there was 2 true freshmen and 2 freshmen in the finals, so there was 4 freshmen in that finals. They should start on plan on being one of those guys, and I like how they're thinking, because some of them said they plan on being one of those guys. So I like that, and you guys should like that too. So I'll talk a little bit more, because next season will be upon us real soon. I know that we are going to have a good home schedule. Right now it looks like Oklahoma's going to come back. We'll have Missouri back. Central Michigan, I'm not sure about, and the Iowa State will be in the West Gym again. I'm not sure about the other state team, but we'll work on that, because I think we're going to have to beef up our schedule a little bit. And not that our schedule was bad this year, but you got to make sure that you're extremely battle tested. If you see the teams that are on the stand, and they're battle tested teams. They're battle tested. And not just once in a while, they're battle tested throughout the season. I saw a lot of guys that had 10, 12 losses that are on the stand, that are high on that stand. So it doesn't really matter what happens throughout the year, but putting ourselves in the best place going into that tournament and being battle tested and ready is what's most important. And we'll get our guys to do that. So I know I put it on me as a coach, and the great thing is our guys are putting it on them too. So when that happens, when those 2 things happen, you get better. And we're going to be better next season. So we do appreciate all the support, and I hope everyone looks forward to getting back in that West Gym next season. Looks forward to getting out to New York City. If you've never been out to New York City, the national tournament's out there next year. So be a good time to go out there if you ever want to go out there. So anybody got any questions? Ryman's not here, so I don't think anybody can ask questions, right?